We did the climb over, we did the lazy, we did the safety, we did the reverse safety. So now we're going to do the pop climb. The others were forward moving motion. So you started at A, you ended at a B, so it was a forward moving. The pop climb isn't, it's a still standing move. So you're not moving from one end to the other. It's basically a skill or a move to get on top of something that's high. Ideally, we don't do it here. We train it on this height, but we end up doing it on a higher height, like the boxes in my background, that height, to get on top of it without having to use your knees. Very important, you're going to be standing still with both your feet together at the box. You're going to place your hands on the box slightly wider than shoulder width. So if it's there, there's no space for you to put your feet. So you want to go slightly further, outstretched arms. So my feet can fit in. Then what I want to do is I want to jump up. So I'm going to use my ankles, my thighs, and I'm going to jump up. As I jump, I'm going to press off with my shoulders so that my chest go up as well. I know I've done it correctly if I jump, and by the time I put my foot on top of the box, my hands are off it. So that's how I feel about it. So that's the end move. I'm going to go from here up, and I'm going to stand. And that's the pop climb. It's just about getting up. So there's no downwards in the I have to choose a new move. So I have to decide whether I'm going to do a slap landing down or whether I'm going to do a precision to a roll. I have to choose my next move. So slap landing we have done. I'm happy with the slap landing. So from here I'm going to slap land. I'm going to focus that I land nice and softly. Slap land and press my chest up, and I can go on with my life. Now,
I love how coach says we have done a slap. I've heard of the name. I think I remember it.
I have you on video doing a slap land. So
I said proof. I remember, but I cannot exactly interpret.
Okay. I'm not concerned about the slap though, so you can climb off any which way.
I'm going to try the slap. What do you think?
So I want you to come in. Now, I think if you're not comfortable yet, so now you're coming in, you're standing here by the box, and you're not necessarily comfortable jumping with both feet. My recommendation would be that you would keep your one hand on the box, so you're stabilizing your chest, and just replace one foot. Just get into that motion and then climb up until you can be comfortable in your mind that you can jump up. For the slap, I'm going to jump, land on my toes, legsies outside.
Like a froggy jump.
Froggy jump.
There we go. I remember it. Your coach.
Hands on the box. So first do the progression one where you'd replace one hand.
With your hands, they must also still be, or must they be?
So what was the theory for them to be further the previous
More
times?
stable. More stable. Okay.
More stable, but also if I'm going over the box, I want to be there, but you're not going over the box, you're going on the box. So you can be on the corner. You can come closer. More. Yes, because you're going up. Yeah. There we go. Yes. So from there, replace one hand with the other hand.
Like that?
Yes. You just get you nice and comfortable. And then you can slap land down. Right, how are you going to land softer on that slap land? Come slightly closer to this side. How are you going to land softer? So you want to extend, you want to land on your toes. And as you land, you're going to take your thighs, you're going to squeeze them together as you go down.
Oh.
And then your hands just here to make sure that your chest goes up and not forward into a roll.
Okay. Yeah, because my foot hurts a bit.
Okay. Pop climb. Nice. So for your next one, I want you to not look at your hands as much.
Okay.
Because basically what you're doing now, slap land down.
Ah,
Was that softer?
Better. Yes.
So it makes a big difference just squeezing your toes together. So for this one, if I keep on looking at my hands, you'll see that my whole back starts arching if I do that.
Okay.
So I don't want that. I want to have that moment where I'm comfortable where I'm going to put my foot, but start looking up.
Okay.
When I'm going from the one to the other.
Okay. Just look at the gate.
Well, not in the... There we go. So there's more space for your feet to come in. And that will then eventually grow into the pop climb with the both feet, where you can just jump and climb up.
I want to try with both feet.
You may.
That one feels better. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay. So what are you going to change to add for 2 feetsies?
Well, if one hand has to come out for the 1 foot, wouldn't it be that you have to lift both hands up to make more space?
That was because you were coming in sideways. But now if you're going to do with both, you're going to do that. So it's not necessarily, but you need to get them out of the way, yes. Because otherwise you don't want to land like that. So do it with 1 foot first, get your confidence back. How much are you relying on your left hand pressing on the box? So climb down. So the next one you do, I want you to think how much pressure is going into this to get you up. Because if there's almost none, then you should be able. But as long as you're relying on this to get yourself up, I would not recommend it, because then you don't have the jump strength to get you up the box yet. And a few of the conditioning exercises and stuff that we do and the rest of class would get you there fit as a fiddle, no problem.
Told you I've been doing pastry boxes.
But that's good.
I'm not relying on it to the point like
okay,
I'll fall over.
So
but it
test
is a
yourself.
Bit of
test yourself. Instead of putting your foot on, test yourself with a jump there.
Okay.
To see if you actually have the ability to get your feet. So your feet are still slightly too low. Your feet are coming more or less there. So you want to get that little lift that comes from a few more sit-ups.
A few more.